Former Miss Puducherry and an advocate for inclusivity in the fashion industry, San Rishal has passed away at Jawaharlal Institute of Postgraduate Medical Education as well as Research. She's reportedly attempted suicide on the 5th of July by consuming sleeping pills. Rishal was known for breaking barriers in the fashion industry and championing diversity. Rishal lost her mother at a young age, was raised by her father, Gandhi, who supported her dreams of pursuing a modelling career. She made a mark by winning the Miss Dark Queen Tamil Nadu title in 2019 and later went on to win Miss Puducherry in 2021. She's represented India in international modelling competitions in London and Germany and actively worked to raise awareness on women's safety issues. Investigations suggest she was under mental stress due to financial problems, including loans taken for organising fashion events. The Urulayan Pet Police have registered a case and are continuing the investigation now. A trailblazing woman known for her unyielding spirit and groundbreaking achievements. Tragically, she lost her life. What led her to do this? Well, let's open this up. Dr. Nisha Nujumuddin, San Rishal's Gandhi's friend, is in fact joining us live. Welcome. Thank you so much, Dr. Nisha, for being with us today. What was your first reaction when you heard this shocking news about your friend?
It was indeed very saddening because I never expected a very young, brave girl like San, in fact, her name is Shankarapriya, to, commit such kind of, suicide, because she has been very vocal about, such kind of depression, suicidal thoughts. And a very brave girl couldn't commit such kind of thing, because it really took me to surprise. Oh, really? Did she do that? Or was she infected with some sort of health issue? That was the kind of state I was in. But again, what has happened has happened. I'm deeply saddened about what has happened. And adding a few points to it, I heard a lot of news saying that she had some liver issues, she had some financial issues, she was in depression. That is the reason she did that. See, I do not want to make any, comments based on the real personal reasons, because yet the investigation is going on. But whatever, I would say that even a very strong, brave woman or a girl like her also, if she's been put to such kind of situation, harsh situations, it is because of the lack of proper mental awareness that has been there among the youngsters in our country. It is what I would say. Now, no matter how bold we are, how confident we are, in spite of all that also, when you need a medical help, when you need a professional help, you really ought to, go ahead. But then people will say that, no, we feel really, not that comfortable seeking a medical help. And some will even feel ashamed to do that. Some will say that, oh my God, no, I am not in a financial state of mind now, or my financial status is not that great where I can go and seek a help. But now opening up and talking to your friends, peers, relatives will really help you. And in spite of that, there are a lot of people who even does that. Then also they do not get any sort of solutions and they end up in all this. So now I think right from the school, right from the colleges, and in any sort of common platform campaign events and all, a lot about the mental health awareness has to be focused to a greater extent, because this is really something that is not only in the context of San Rachel, but many unreported cases as such is also happening in our country, India. And that too, taking into consideration.
Did you ever expect? This trauma, as you're saying, you were very shocked, surprised. Did she ever display suicidal tendencies or some kind of depression or some? Were there difficulties in her life that she may have spoken to you about?
Everybody have difficulties, right? So then she got married. It's been like 1 year, but I have not heard about any sort of marital disputes as such. See, every family, they do have issues, right? But then yes, people do have ups and downs in life, but that is not the only sole reason, like how the media projects, like, she had to go and sell her jewels, or she was in a total financial stress, doing a lot of events. She became, in complete debt and all. By the way, let me tell you something. She's not an eventer. She's a model, right? And by doing events, she doesn't end up in debt. That's again a fake, or let's say something that's kind of cooked up by the media, not media, the people, I would say. So the real reasons are something else. She was disturbed by a few other personal reasons, and again, adding up to the financial factor, yes, that was also one reason.
I was just going to ask you that. Did you feel that? Did you feel that she could have possibly been under financial duress?
See, I heard the same, but then I would not say that's the only reason, because she approached her dad for the help and they had some family arguments, but that alone will not push a very strong, brave girl that I have known to attempt a suicide by consuming 50 tablets at a stretch. No, that is something which made me also think. So to be very honest, I don't think I should even pass the statement, but still I would love to say that. See, it can even be somebody pushing her to that also, is what I personally felt, for the kind of personality she carries. Because if you see, me, she's somebody who really at a very young age, who was criticized, who was, bullied for her dark skin tone. But she came out, she sort of, did a huge revolution by showcasing the world that the so-called fair skin obsession is no more in the industry of fashion or cinema. Rather, no matter whatever you are, flaunt yourself, flaunt your flaws in the most beautiful way. That is one such message which she propagated. And a lady like her doing this, no, come on. I don't believe. And even I mean, adding up to this, once what happened was like in one of our event when we had a discussion with each other, there were a few other couple of and other girls right from some low financial backgrounds who were a little dark skinned and toned who really wanted to come up in the modeling industry, and she was giving a lot of encouragement to them, a lot of motivations to them. So I have seen a Rachel who's somebody like that, not somebody who's very afraid or is kind of who can do such kind of suicide attempts. No, I've never seen a lady like her. So this actually, I felt very hurted. At the same time, I couldn't believe, not only me, the entire modeling fraternity who knew her. So I'm an academician again, but then I knew her because I was also into this field for some time. So then we couldn't actually digest the fact that she's no more. And now, as the investigation further progress, you'll understand what exactly happened.
Okay.
But what I would say is that be it any industry, education or fashion or cinema or entertainment, the whole point about mental health awareness is very important, because today's generation do lack a lot in that perspective is what I would say.
Okay, let me quickly in fact also bring in at this point Tahira Hassan, women's activist. Tahira Hassan, another shocking suicide, seemingly, if of course a strong woman, as a friend was just saying, woman who she surprised took this move allegedly. What do you make of this case and the details emerging so far?
Yes, I have also come through the media that she was going through the financial crunch, but I also think that could not be the only reason behind it, because she was the strong woman and she has broken so many traditions and the barriers of the old tradition and barriers, especially I will say the obsession with the fair skin. That she had broken, and she has made herself a model to the many girls to know them how to make their space not only in film industry or this beauty industry, but in every field. They can make their space their own. It's not essential to follow anybody. They can go out of the league and can do it. They have to set their goal, and how to achieve it, that will be decided by the girl or woman themselves. And this is what she has set the one precedent for the young women. But the way she has committed suicide, it's a very disheartening. But I also believe that her death has raises concern that mental health. It's a high time we must recognize that mental health is an issue that should be addressed properly, and it is rising very rapidly, and this leads many people to take the drastic step. In the fraction of a second, they take the drastic step. So I think the strong woman can also take a drastic step if she is going through the mental problem she is facing. And the financial crunch was also there. She was not able to cope up. It's not the strong women who are fighting for their rights and for the other rights and doing all kind of the awareness program for the safety of the women and raising the voice of the women. They also feel some point comes where they feel, oh, now I can't do it. Give up.
Okay.
It's a mental health problem.
Okay.
That has to be addressed properly, I think.
Joyita Basu.
Other things.
Yes, very quickly, Tahira, then I need to get in the others.
Yes, I'm saying this the matter is under investigation. She married 1 year ago, so the other things will be taken into consideration.
Yes, okay. Joyita Basu, come in here. A personal duress, industry failure, financial trouble. What do you believe could possibly be the reason this popular model and figure took this step?
Well, it seems like from whatever we are hearing, from whatever the lady's friend also talked about, it seems it was a combination of all these factors. So what really bothers me in this case is, you see, she perhaps did not find the kind of help that is needed, because you see there are suicide helplines, that awareness perhaps was not there, and that is extremely important in a country like ours. I mean, the West, you find these suicide helplines and all, sometimes they help and sometimes they do not, but it's extremely important that a person who is getting such thoughts, they can pick up the phone and they can talk to people, and they are dissuaded from taking these steps. I mean, from whatever it seems like, she had got a really raw end of the deal that life is, and it can get difficult, I guess, for people who find it so difficult to cope with a situation like this. But of course, when you are talking about that feeling of that inferiority complex and all that, I think is something very typical, I would say, of Indian mindset and social behavior, that somebody with a dark skin is not is, I would say, 2 notches below a person with a fairer skin. But you see, what is also very upsetting when you are reading about her life and all, she was selected, she won the Dark Queen pageant in Tamil Nadu. Why would Tamil Nadu have a Dark Queen pageant altogether? You see, because in a state like Tamil Nadu, in fact for Indians also, this color tone is quite normal among many people. So why have they, why are you institutionalizing this thing about dividing up even beauty? I would say, I mean that is what they do anyway in beauty. You have got this Dark Queen pageant, and the thing apart from that, you see constant reference to her as she was dark, a model. Even when you are going through the articles that are being written about her, the news items, everywhere constant harping on her skin tone. This is a mindset we Indians need to get out of. It is not helping us in any way. I mean, all of us have seen all our lives that this, how the skin of the color of the skin is such a big matter. But frankly, after 78 years of independence, isn't it time we got out of this situation? I mean, this kind of mindset which is constantly actually perpetuated. I mean, generationally it is perpetuated among women, among men, and frankly this is a, I would say, I mean, this kills, I would say, our humanness in the, if we are a humane population, we are a civilized population. This constant insistence on skin color, it actually hurts, jeopardizes our development as a better human being. And until and unless parents are able to inculcate this belief in their children, then these cases, because this lady could not cope, not everybody is mentally strong, not everybody can. So in this case she could not cope, and what happened? I mean, she lost her life, and her life was gone.
Okay.
This is extremely tragic.
Absolutely. Prachi Adhikari also with us now, model. In fact, Prachi, it's not easy, is it? A life in the arc lights, a life in this industry, the instability, the pressure. Do you believe those could also be factors, Prachi? Okay, I think we've lost it. Dr. Nisha Khanna, a senior psychologist, also with us, of course, live. Dr. Nisha Khanna, this is, of course, a really shocking incident that has come to light regarding this, very popular, known figure. What do you believe could have gone so horribly wrong? And, what is the psychology of such individuals that make them take such a drastic step?
Any person who go and commit suicide, even try to commit suicide or who commit suicide, the one thing is very clear, that person feel hopeless from all ends. It may be neither a good person, it may be neither a good in role, it may be as a mother, as a daughter, it is a partner, it may be as a professional or a person. So when the person is feel hopeless, that is the one major sign that person go. Another thing is that when your emotional pain is much higher in frequencies as compared to physical pain, to lesser down that emotional pain, any person go to an extent and try to harm self and maybe attempting suicide or commit suicide. Third thing is, any person most of the time who commits suicide either talked about or either hint about those things in the past. that I am going through a troubled time. There is not one single factor which is responsible for such behavior. There is definitely no doubt about that the person must be suffering from mental health issues. It may be a severe anxiety, depression, it may be some psychosis, it can be, I do not know whether the person was taking some medication regarding the same or not. Now, one thing is that there is a setback in professional career. There is no doubt about that. On as a person or a professional, when especially any person, so when we especially talk about in India, that people face lots of bullying, people face lots of sarcasm, abuse, tortured. Until what stature she was, definitely the moment you go on the heights of the career and you break the barriers against the society, you definitely face more bullying, more sarcasm, either it may be the social media or in your surroundings. Thus, I would say such sort of behavior where the comparison between a white skin or a black skin is starting from the home itself, in the
Yes.
surrounding itself. And that's one of the major reason also somewhere, the lack of support. I do not know, as the girl got married also last year, how was the family relationship? How was her relationship was a father with the father, because she lost her mother at a very young age. So somewhere we can talk about the emotionally how stronger this person was. Posing someone to be strong and breaking the barriers doesn't mean the person is not weaker or can't be weaker. We are all a human being. If any person is successful, doesn't mean that the person can't have low times. In those low times, each person has to, I would say, take care of self and more, which we called it resilient. Whenever we face any setback in life and we bounce back to the life. In such scenario, it may be the family issues, it may be the financial issues, it may be personal issues, it may be financial the issues maybe with the partner, with the family members, maybe they are talking about the kid, she was not taking care of the kid. Not one reason you can say, it's like all these things all together. Somewhere when you are already the all doors are closed, it may be professionally and personally, when people in your surroundings are not understanding you, or you think there is no support or no hope, then you go to that extent. It's like a icing on a cake. In one small incident, it triggered you, and all the things can open up. Whatever your triggers are, whatever your wounds are, it may be because if she from the childhood, as she was without a mother, there is definitely the chances are that emotionally the stronger part, how she made herself stronger, or there was a stronger support system in her surroundings, whom she was sharing her details with any friend or any therapist or a family member who was close to her. So there is not one thing again I would say responsible. It
Yes.
may be the born and brought up, it may be the professional things, personal things, family, everything in all together. And one day the person thought of that, I have no hope, I have no light in front of me, I am in the dark spell.
Okay.
So it's very difficult to fight the sometimes the battle with the depression, and people sometimes lose hope and we face
It's
such
not
sort of
easy. It's not
scenarios.
easy.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Tahira Hassan, what kind of counseling perhaps is needed for more young women so that they know that there are other options than this extreme step? As Joyita was just saying, they just need to reach out.
Yes, reach out to this society, because I have seen, because I am also working with the women, so I have seen it that it takes place within a fraction of second. I mean, it's not like that. People say, ki, I mean, she was talking, she was sitting with me, she was mingling, and the fraction of seconds, what came into her mind or came in his mind, or they just committed suicide. So I think this mental health issue has to be addressed. We must recognize in India, in Western countries, it is recognized, you know, and there are doctors to treat them, and they take the medicine, everything, the doses are given to them. The doctor, the psychiatric will tell, psychologist will tell how to deal with it, but it is done, you know, in the Western countries. But one thing I will say, that not because of dark color she committed suicide, that she has a dark skin. No, she has broken the barrier. I'm saying very confidently, and she just smashed the old traditions and old rigid thinking. She had broken those barriers also for the obsession of with the fair skin. So I think that she was a strong lady, no doubt. But it is true that, as I had said already in my opening statement, that strong ladies also can feel low at time and they can commit suicide. They can take the drastic step. It is depends on the state of mental state. So I think the counseling is very important. I mean, they must recognize the people around her must have to recognize this. Her friend is there. I mean, she was even not able to know that she was going through it. She must be going through these problems, but nobody could get it that she is under stress, mental stress, financial stress, so many things together. I mean, she could not cope up. And she had gone to her father's place also to meet his father. She asked him financial help. I mean, it's what we came to know through the media. But he also refused. You see that she was broken. The time came and she said, nobody is there to help me. Nobody is there to listen to me and take care of me. So I think it's under investigation. It's a matter of investigation, I'm saying. So now investigation is going on. So all the angles will be taken consideration. She got married a year ago. Her relationship with the husband, with her in-laws, and these things also why she was in mental stress. I mean, these things will, husband is so close, why he has not taken her to the doctor?
Right.
Why she did not get treatment? This is a question.
Right.
Not in the
right. Joyita, quick 30 seconds to you, and then I need to quickly address some more breaking news.
When you're talking about a situation like that, first of all, we need to change our mindset. And that starts at home, and that starts, and that is with everybody. For example, our beauty, I mean, when you're talking about, models and all, I wish, I mean, this trend catches up. You feature more and more darker skinned beauties in your shoots to launch products so that you normalize it. So somebody who is dark, and just because she is a model, and so that she does not have to prove her beauty to the world by participating in something called the dark queen of the south or whatever, that she can be considered equally beautiful as any other participant in any nationwide contest. Unless and until this mindset, basically you need a change of mindset.
Okay, my thanks to all of our guests for joining us on this discussion.